Good morning. What up? Hey. Yay. Hey. Welcome to the Morning Motivation Show. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, how you doing this morning? How you doing? How you doing this morning? How you doing? What's going on, everybody? It's your man, KaleafWins. Welcome to another episode of the Morning Motivation Show. You heard? What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome to the Morning Motivation Show. I am your host, KaleafWins. What is my Morning Motivation Show about? It's literally your quick pick-me-up in the morning. Something to get you going before work. Something to get you going before you start your day. Everybody, if you want to come join the conversation, check the link in bio and join live with me. I'm live every Monday through Wednesdays, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Today's show, literally is called It's Okay to Take the Day Avoiding Burnout. Trust me, I had a long week. You feel what I'm saying? So far, how's your week been? What's your motivation of the day? What's your mindset like today? What's going on today? Before we even start on this topic, let's get to them quick old pick-me-ups. You know what I'm saying? And here we go. Hey, 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 hey. How's your morning? What's up? Happy morning, what's up? Good morning, what's up? Good morning, what's up? Good morning, what's up? Let's start. Good. This your quick pick me up for the day. That's how we start the show. First of all, let's go. You don't realize how much you have neglected yourself until you make yourself a priority again. That's a fact. Spend time with people who are good for your mental health. That's a fact. Don't give up, because one day you will tell your story of how you overcame what you went through, and it will be somebody else's survival guide. That's a fact. Never let your bad days trick you into thinking you have a bad life. Oh my God, that's what's up. Just because you're still growing doesn't mean you don't have anything to offer as the person you are right now. Whoa, I want to say that again because that is true for me. Just because you're still growing doesn't mean that you don't have anything to offer as the person you are right now. That's a fact. When you say yes to others, make sure you're not saying no to yourself. My God. Nobody's got you like you got yourself. Protect your peace at all costs. That is a bar. And on the days you don't know what to choose your mental health. You know what I'm saying? Choose your mental health. There's so much peace in knowing that you will not miss out on what's meant for you. Woo! What God has for me. What God has for me is for me. Hey, that's what's up. Life is too short to force anything. Relationships, interests, or careers. Oh my God. That is a bar for us all that must be read again. Life is too short to force anything. Relationships, friendships, interests, or careers. If it's forced, it's not meant. That is a fact. Start now. Start where you are. Start with fear. Start with pain. Start with doubt. Start with what you have. Start and don't stop. You can do it. That is the fact of all facts. And remember, like I always say, repeat after me. Today is my day no matter what. I won't let any hater at my office get me down. Today is my day no matter what. I won't let me stress myself out. Today is my day no matter what. I decide today to have a great day. What's up? Hey, 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 what's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing this morning? How you doing? How you doing this morning? How you doing? What's up? What's up? Hey, how's everybody doing this morning in the Morning Motivation Show? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, KaleafWins. Today's topic is it's okay to take the day avoiding burnout. But this one slide got me in my feelings right here. This slide right here. Start now. Start where you are. Start with fear. Start with pain. Start with doubt. Start with what you have. Start and don't stop. You can do it. When I tell you that slide. If anybody had a description of what I've been going through for the past 8 months, as a full-time content creator, that is the description. There's a lot of times for years I was like, I want to start my own show, da-da-da-da-da. That's what New Yorkers say when we just try to get to the rest, get to the quick, da-da-da-da-da, And I was like, but I need this. Oh, but I need this. Oh, but I don't have a camera. Oh, but I don't have a this. Oh, but I didn't know how to do this. Oh, but I can't. And all these excuses, everything in my mind was like, nah, you can't start because of this. And then one day at my last job, I got so frustrated because I was getting used emotionally. It was a toxic work environment. They treated me with no value. And then they wanted me to do all the work. You ever had a job like that where not only did they treat you like crap, they wanted you to do every part of your entire department's work, even though you have a supervisor? That was literally the worst. So this quote right here, and I'll pull it up again. Start now, start where you are, start with fear, start with pain, start with doubt, start with what you have, start and don't stop, you can do it. The reason that that's resonating with me for real, is because I guess God used that horrible job, that horrible negative atmosphere, that toxic atmosphere, horrible place where people were quitting left and right. Every other month, there was a group of people quitting. The turnover was worse than a fast food restaurant. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you ever worked a job like that. And then I literally decided, I was like, I can't take it anymore. HR is not helping me. HR is down with the nonsense. You know what? I might as well go for my dreams. At the time, became fully monetized on Facebook. I was like, you know what? Let's just go. And I was like, I'm going to start with what I have. I'm going to use the little that I have before I have much. And that's what I'm going to share with everybody today. I'm not saying for you to create drastic measures like I did. I created a measure for my mental health. And pardon me if my service line seems a little bit sketchy. Hey, I'm starting with what I have, right? And that's one of the reasons I created the Morning Motivation Show, because every morning I would wake up for work, I would be like, let me go look at my phone to get my mind off my day, get my mind off before I go into this horrible environment. And I was scrolling, I was seeing, a million gurus. Hey, if you want to know how to do this, hook phrase. And then I would see people that just thrived off of drama. And it was like, oh my God, have you seen this? And you get all messy. Then I would see people just complaining. And then I was like, I need something in the morning to jumpstart my day. There was nothing in the field that I saw. I said, you know what? If you don't see a door, create your own door. And that's literally why I'm on this type of time. But that is the slide. One more time for the people to just get in. The slide that hit me the most of my quick pick-me-ups in the morning was this right here. Start now, start where you are, start with fear, start with pain, start with doubt, start with what you have. Start and don't stop. You can do it. Listen, everybody, I'm going to repeat one more time. Not the quote, but this is. You have something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. You have something that you really know that you wanted to do for a long time. And on this Morning Motivation Show, one thing I'm going to do is promote people to go for their dreams, because life is too short. Life is too short. And I just wish that all of us, even me, throughout the day, I got to kick myself in the butt. I'm like, no, keep on going. Yes, it gets stressful being a full-time content creator. Yes, it gets stressful when you have things happen in your life. Yes, it gets stressful when people don't understand what you really want to do. Literally, you don't need all the equipment in the world. You just need ambition and drive to at least make it happen every day. You need ambition and drive to make it happen every day. So I really want everybody to focus on what you want. Make a plan, but start as soon as you finish that plan, because a lot of times we get caught in paralysis by analysis. Now, I got a whole show lined up. I want to talk about something that affected me. You know what I'm saying? And the title of the show today is It's Okay to Take the Day, Avoiding Burnout. And let's just break this down a little bit right here.
Burnout, first off. 1, exhaustion, physical, emotional, can be spiritual as well, and mental. It's a progressive loss of energy. Number 2, depersonalization and cynicism. So you start to get irritable towards people and the things that you have to do. Compassion fatigue also fits into this area as well. You may also experience a detachment from what you have to do. Number 3, a feeling that you suck. It's a loss of self-confidence.
Facts.
There are also different types of burnout. Workplace burnout, caregiver burnout, relational burnout, under-challenged burnout.
I remember the first time I got burnout really, really bad, and speaking to my therapist, doing a lot of research, I realised there are so many different ways our body tries to tell us that we're either burnt out or on the verge of burnout. This one was the biggest one because I think a lot of times we mix up stress and burnout because it just kind of feel really similar. But stress is more like when there's an overload. It feels like there's too much on your plate, there's too much to do. Whereas burnout is feeling like there's not enough. So you feel like you don't have enough motivation, you don't have enough care, you don't have enough energy. Both heavy feelings, but one's coming from a place of overload, whereas burnout is coming more from a place of lack. I tell you, whatever function in your body is tired, it's drained, and it needs a rest. Also just being extra irritable and getting anger outbursts. There could be a lot of reasons that cause this. It might be hormonal issues, but again, this was something that I remember going through. It just being in ways that they just were very out of character. That's probably a big sign that you're not getting enough joy. So again, it's like that not having enough that is causing the burnout.
Normal burnout is typically caused by an excess of responsibilities, tasks, or obligations that may be especially demanding during a condensed period of time, like an exam period, or in general, having too much on your plate. Depression burnout, however, is the result of carrying and fighting its symptoms for too long without relief. That is, getting run down by fighting intrusive thoughts, extended periods of sleep disturbances, or getting tired from being numb for so long and not being able to engage with the world. This burnout can also be intensified by still upholding your responsibilities and day-to-day tasks while battling these symptoms.
Yeah, literally, that's the theme of today's show. Part of my background, you know what I'm saying? Got the, hey, this is Homeboy Productions trying to get things situated. But I just want to tell everybody that the reason I came up with this topic was because was really going through a lot of burnout. Was really going through a huge amount of burnout. Huge amount of burnout lately. Good morning, Damien. Good morning, good brother. Hey, that is Dr. Davis to you. This is Dr. Davis to you. Big shout out to my homeboy, D. William Davis. And again, he has a clothing line called DPD, Damien's Perspective, you know what I'm saying? You know, designs. And I want everybody to check them out. But yeah, the reason I came out with this show today, because last night I got some really harsh news, you know, regarding, my upcoming birth of my son. And it just really stressed me out. And then when it stressed me out, then I got the mini panic attack. Those two stresses on top of regular stress that we all carry. You know what I'm saying? Regular stress that we all carry on our day, and everybody has a normalcy of a particular degree of stress. And then I was sitting down, I was like, bro, you need to take like a moment. As a matter of fact, no, you need to take a longer moment to process, because usually when we feel stressed and we get triggered and we be like, I got it. You know what? I'm just going to take a deep breath and I'm going to suck it up. No matter how hard things are, I'm just going to suck it up. You know what I'm saying? Usually when we deal with that, right? And then that stress, that new stress comes and hit up your old stress. Then that old stress starts triggering other anxieties. Then other anxieties, might trigger a panic attack. And then it's kind of like, the best way I can describe it, I know everybody deals with stress differently, but I know when it hit me, it felt like I had a heavy book bag already and I had a bag of laundry over my shoulder, stress. And then when the new stress hit, it was like, oh yeah, welcome to a 75-pound of laundry. You got to hold that on the other shoulder. And then I asked myself, how much stuff am I holding on a regular basis? How much stress am I holding? And it's going to become unhealthy, you know what I'm saying, if I don't put down one of these bags, or if I don't know how to put down one of these bags. And that's why I came out with today's topic. It's okay to take the day, avoiding burnout. And I want to talk a little bit about burnout so that everybody watching understands burnout from what I did research on myself last night. I was like, I am trying not to get burnt out. Technically, doing a morning motivation show is the thing that inspires me. So it's a form of stress relief. It's a stress outlet. That's why I love to do this. But when other things in your life hit you and smack you upon the face, like I got regular stress. Oh, here it goes, another new weight. Oh my God, this is too heavy to carry. I was just doing research for myself. And I just want to share, what I looked up. And if anybody has anything to add, please put it in the comments. If you want to join the conversation, the link is below. I'm live, mind you. I'm live Monday through Wednesdays at 8 a.m., most definitely. So please, if you want to come during that time, come on during that time. But just right now, let me just break down some things about burnout. Let's talk about it. Let's for real talk about burnout and understand it more the same way I understand it last night. I have to ask myself, are you burnt out? Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. Boy, that was me yesterday. It occurs when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet constant demands. And here's the question I literally asked myself right quick. Are you on the road to being burnt out? You may be on the road to being burnt out if every day feels like a bad day. Caring about your work or your home life seems like a total waste of energy. You're exhausted all the time. The majority of your day is spent on tasks you find either mind-numbingly dull or overwhelming. You feel like nothing you do makes a difference or is appreciated. You know what that feels like? That's a fact. Physical signs and symptoms of burnout: feeling tired and drained most of the time, lowered immunity, frequent illness, frequent headache or muscle pain, change in appetite or sleep habits. Emotional signs and symptoms of burnout. And I think this is the slide that hit me the most. I don't know how it hits you. Put in the comments if you know if it's hit you or you're feeling it right now. Emotional signs and symptoms of burnout: sense of failure and self-doubt, feeling helpless, trapped, and defeated, detachment, feeling alone in the world, loss of motivation, increasingly cynical, and decreased satisfaction and decreased sense of accomplishment. Behavioral signs and symptoms of burning out: withdrawing from responsibilities, isolating from others, procrastination, taking longer to get things done. Woof. That third one, that's me. Using food, drugs, and alcohol to cope, taking frustrations out on others, skipping work or coming in late and leaving early. I've been there. That's when I had total work apathy and things of that nature. I want everybody to really just ask themselves that sign. Are you on a road to being burnt out? Here's the definition of it. And this, real talk, I had to ask myself the question, am I like emotionally burnt out from carrying all this external weight, dealing with my wife, going through what she's going through right now physically, hoping everything will be fine for her and the baby. And then on top of the regular stress, like, am I burnt out? And a lot of time, for everybody watching it, if you're a high performer and just a regular, normal overworker like I am, so I have big goals, big dreams, do big things, get big visions. I'm like, let me implement, execute. And people like me also are natural helpers. When I help everybody, because I see their potential, I see their greatness. And then when that stress hit me yesterday, I was like, it just started, the stress got on top of the other stress, got up to the stress, and I was like, bro, this is a lot. I'm like, am I burnt out? And was I sitting on previous burnout? Because people think burnout is like one thing. Oh, I got the sniffles one day, I'm fine tomorrow. For some, you ain't fine for like weeks or months or longer time because we're dealing with the burnout. Now, I'm not a psychologist, not a therapist. I'm just a person that literally went through something last night. Excuse me, gotta get some water, pardon me for that. I went through something last night and I looked it up myself, and I'm most definitely about to hit up my therapist, like, what's going on? And are you burnt out? Literally the question I asked myself. So if you're a high performer person, if you're a person that has, a lot of things in your docket, if you're a person that has spent their whole life, had a mastery of managing, multitasking and things of that nature like myself, if you're a person that has a lot of responsibility and you've always mastered, like real talk, you've mastered, I can do this, I can handle this, I can manage this department, or I got multiple businesses, and we've done this for years, but then the compiled little pockets of stress built up to a point where they became tons and mountains of stress. And then when you get a new stressor, it triggers everything off. You know what I'm saying? So I had to look this up myself. And for anybody that may be going through that or feel like they're going through that, I most definitely want to share some resources that I looked up for myself. And I want to share it to you guys now. Let me add these. Here's some mental health resources that I found, and I want to share it to everybody here to watch. Now, again, this may not be the most comfortable subject for people. This subject is literally not meant to be like, okay, do as I say, or hey, you got to be perfect. This is not about perfection. This is about direction. This is about, when you just feel like I have to take the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to say sometimes, I got to take the day. If you feeling too pent up, if you feeling stressed, and, I got to go to work. Here is a message that I want to share to you. Real talk. Take your PTO time. If God forbid you were to pass away at work, They will replace you in a week. I repeat, stop putting your day job over your mental health. Your mental health is your priority. I'm saying that before I share these mental health resources that I found, ideas for myself, and obviously, I'm going to link to therapeutic sources and I'll share some with you guys here. But real talk, why are we programmed to say, you know what? The stress and pressure is getting to me. We understand we got to go to work. We understand we got to pay bills. But why a lot of us, not everybody, a lot of us are putting our day job over our mental health. If you feel like crap, you feel like breaking down, or God forbid you had a death in the family, or God forbid you had a death a month ago that you still didn't resolve, and you're having one of those mornings, literally take the day off. Take 2, like on a Thursday, Friday, have a 4-day mental health break weekend. And that looks different for everybody. Some people think that laying in the bed is a waste of time. When you are mentally stressed out, when you feel like your heart is tired and you are stressed, nobody's a robot. If we put our laptops to sleep, we turn off our cell phones, we need to turn off and this clock out. Get in bed, lay down, just to relax. Take the day off of work. Just take the day off to work, just as a factor to avoid burnout. But if the burnout and the stress is too real and it's lingering, here's some resources I'm going to share. I most definitely will advise that, you take some of these things. If you have a therapist, great. Call up your therapist. Maybe you get extra days within a week. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, nobody is perfect. I don't care what career field you're in. I don't care how famous you are. I don't care about everything. If you were to pass away due to high levels of stress, which stress is the silent killer, you're going to be mad at yourself in heaven like, yo, I should have just really took the day. I had PTO time. Or if you don't have PTO time, yo, I've taken hey, I ain't getting paid this week. I need to shut it down because my health. And before I say these resources, this is why. I worked at a high school about 4 years ago. True story. And we had summer school in a new high school building in Brownsville, Brooklyn. I'm from New York. You know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? That was random. I don't know why we said, I think New Yorkers, we just get super excited when we hear our state. But I went into work into the building during summer school, met a whole bunch of people. They were talking about one of their coworkers who's worked there for 30 years. Oh my God, I can't believe she's gone. Can't believe she's gone. Can't believe she's gone. Walked to another floor, heard the same thing, heard the same thing, heard the same thing. Turns out I found out that somebody that worked at their school for over 20 years had a heart attack, died. You know what happened the first day at that summer school at the location? Literally. The person who had died the week before, they replaced her, and I met her new replacement, and they went back to normal like it's nothing. Listen to me. Look at my face when I say this. Your job is not more important than your mental health. We got to pay bills, but you have to breathe. Your 9 to 5 should never take priority over your mental health. If you're in a toxic work environment, if you fought with HR, did what you can, but they're still in that same type of time, find another job. Yes, it's going to be annoying to find another job. Yes, it's annoying the job search process. But you know what's more annoying than that? Not breathing or being physically incapacitated by your degrees of stress. I'm telling you. I'm really stressing this subject today because I've been there. If you've been there, put it in the comments. Your job is not worth your mental and your physical health. If the environment is not helping you, it is hurting you. I'm going to have another show next week talking about that and trying to get a guest to discuss that more. But for real, welcome to the Wonder Motivation Show. My name is KaleafWins. I'm your host. The show happens every Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Eastern time. We just here for your quick pick-me-up. Today's topic is, it's okay to take the day avoiding burnout. Let me share some mental health resources with everybody right here. Number 1, ask friends and family members for recommendations. If a close friend or family member has attended therapy in the past, consider reaching out to them and ask for that recommendation. Your friends and family members can serve as a good source of information if you're struggling with a specific issue. I remember the first time somebody put me on a therapy a long time ago. Therapy was a trigger word for me, I guess being a black man, we were just, I don't even talk to nobody. I don't even talk to nobody. And also, because I hated, guidance counseling in high school, I had a negative, mindset of what therapy was. But the things that were going on in my life were so crazy that my friends and family was like, yo, have you ever thought about, talking to a therapist? Then a couple of trusted people talked to me, and then part of me, I think different. One of my friends is like, this is a long time ago. One of my friends is like, yo, you know they don't snitch on you when you tell them how you feel. And I was like, what? I was like, the hood side of me was like, what you mean they don't snitch on you? He's like, yeah, that, you know, that's confidential. You can tell how you want to sell it. You're going to tell people how you feel. And then there's no repercussion unless you say something crazy, which I know you're not going to say something crazy. And then that felt like, oh, that's a safe place, because I don't know if you guys know, like, and again, this is not the race card. This is just a reality that we lived in. When black men like ourselves share how we feel, a lot of times that's thrown back in our face and weaponized and thrown back in our face. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And therapy is a good outlet, you know, to just share how you feel in the no judgment zone, to share how you feel where somebody's not questioning your masculinity, to share how you feel and get the stress off your chest. And not only that, work with a professional to help you get the emotional knots out of your chest so you can understand how to function and how to roll. And that conversation and that one friend who said that line, they don't snitch, it comforted me. You may need another line. You may need something else, or to talk to a good friend regarding that. But yeah, that's the first piece of information. Ask friends and family members for recommendation. Second mental health resource, use your insurance company. If you have an insurance plan that offers mental health benefits, use your insurance company's online therapist directory to search for mental health providers in your zip code. I'm be honest, I'm not friend is like, yo, I like reading a lot and I hate searching for numbers. So what do? I'm calling my insurance company directly. I'm calling. And here's the thing, if you do not have health insurance, here's a reality. Every state has a .gov website. Within that .gov website, there's mental health resources and or, like New York, we have 311. So if you need any information, you ask 311, you deal with the automated service nonsense, and then you get the mental health resources. And then through those resources, you call and find free therapy if you don't have insurance, things of that nature, or therapeutic assistance to find therapy, which is a huge plus. So just call up your local states.gov, go to your states.gov website, find the information when it comes to mental health resources. Use your insurance company as another mental health resource. Third, check out your school's resources. If you're a student, check whether your university offers counseling services. If you have children, their school's likely to have counseling or a guidance office. School counselors should be able to provide you with the names of clinicians by specialty and location. If you're an alum or a faculty member, your college counseling center may be able to connect you to a licensed psychotherapist. Now, I'm not going to hold you. Did not know that last part. Also, ask another trusted professional. Here was my go-to when I first went to therapy. Primary care, your doctor basically. Primary care physicians, family practitioners, nurses, acupuncturists, and massage therapists may have psychotherapists in their network and can help you refer you to an in-network therapist. Super gem. That was the gem for me that made me start therapy. Also, use the internet. Hey, it's our friend. Google is your friend. Google is your friend. You know what I mean? Use the internet. Online therapist directories and search engines such as Psychology Today, the APA, and With Therapy offer lists of mental health providers by location and specialty. Whether you're searching for a therapist in where I live, Midtown Manhattan or Staten Island, you can filter your search by zip code or neighborhood. Many online therapy networks also offer short descriptions from therapists expanding their treatment approach, credentials, and certificates. Here's some online resources that I found as well. OnlineTherapy.com is the international online therapy directory connecting people with therapists worldwide. Whether you're looking for counseling from the comfort of your home or a therapist seeking resource and guidance to take your practice online, they can help, they said. Lift Talk, discovered this yesterday. It's affordable online sessions. I believe you log in. I believe that there's a fee, and you can check that out. According to the page, affordable counseling right from your phone, get immediate support, secure one-to-one conversations, connect, talk, and pay in app available 24/7. And BetterHelp. You know, I've heard a lot of great things about this. BetterHelp is the largest therapy platform. BetterHelp offers access to licensed, trained, experienced, and accredited psychologists, marriage and family therapists, clinical social workers, and board-licensed professional and counselors. And here's the part right here. This is the part that I'm stressing. Your self-care is your number one priority. You are all you have. Take care of yourself. I repeat, you are all you have. Take care of yourself. Listen, I know this show ain't for everybody, but guess what? We all have one thing in common. We get stressed. We get stress triggers. We all manage stress different, but we have all gotten overwhelmed, and anybody can get overwhelmed anytime. Yes, we know how to manage our stress. Yes, I got this. I got that whole I got this mentality. When it comes to our emotions, we can't figure everything out. And guess what? And I use this analogy with my homegirl I talked to yesterday. Big shout out, Ange. They don't know you, so I'm just going to say your government here, so they don't know you. They'll say big shout out, Ange. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, I said, therapy to me is real talk. It's like, you know how I don't know, for the people that live in New York, they understand what I'm saying, but in New York, we do laundromats unless we have laundry machines in the house. Most of us live in apartments. But I told Ange, she's from New York, I said, therapy to me is like, instead of doing laundry, I can take it to a professional in the dry cleaners. You know what I'm saying? I can just like, hey, you are a professional in cleaning my clothes and understanding this. I need to go to a professional for my emotions and my mental state because they went to school for it. They're great with it because our self-care is our number one priority. You are all you have. Take care of yourself. That's the super duper important part I want everybody to get. We are not perfect. We cannot do it all. We cannot handle everything. And I understand hustle culture. I understand not wanting to appear weak. I understand this. But listen, if you really hurt yourself bad, where you going? The hospital. Why? To talk to a professional. I'm hard-headed. I busted up my foot like a week and a half ago, literally almost broke my entire foot. And it was a part of my mind. You know how you hurt yourself? Like, oh my God, I hope it's not bleeding. And then it was bleeding a lot. And the man mind in me was like, you know what? I'm just going to wash this off, wrap this up. It'll be fine. Then my wife barked at me, nah, your whole foot can get infected and can be like 3 different colors by tomorrow morning. We're going to the doctor. We're going to a professional to help fix something or aid something that we don't know how to aid. I'm not a doctor, so if I really hurt myself, I'm going to a professional. But when it comes to our mental health, we need to remove the stigma. Listen, I'm going through something right now. I'm going to a professional. And before I get on to other points and how to deal with pressure and stress and a couple ideas that I looked up for myself, I'm in the route of finding a new therapist. Here's the kicker. A lot of people don't want to talk about this, but I'm going to talk about this. For those who don't know, you have to find your right fit when it comes to getting a therapist. You have to find your exact fit, somebody that works for your vibe, somebody that can connect with you. Again, we're not looking for perfection. I'll give you an example. I went through 3 therapists, 3, when I first started to get therapy. It was like the first time I sat down and went to their therapist's office, I was talking. And me being in mental health myself, and things of that nature, because I have 16 years for New York City nonprofit-based organizations. So I'm usually the one in a chair handling somebody's issues and things like that. But when I went to a therapist, she sat there and listened to me talk, and she kept on doing like this. Okay. And then I said, yo, you don't have notes, a paper, notes? That was the first session, excuses. Second section, still looking at her watch. And I was like, yo, no disrespect, miss. I'm giving y'all that nice old cold pay. Y'all hitting up my insurance company. What's going on? No, nothing. And then I dug it out of the therapist. Pause. Sorry. That was a pause. I did not dig it out. Right? But whatchamacallit? She says, yeah, and she opened up. How'd I have the therapist open up? And she says, yeah, she's leaving that practice, within a week, and she just focused on her exit. And I was like, you focus on your exit? You ain't gonna tell me right now? And I dubbed that therapist. I went back, called my insurance company, found somebody in my network, found another therapist. And then that other therapist was a fanboy. What do I mean? He was more excited about my background story and how I survived, and being, a person that's great for society. And then he said something crazy. Yeah, I'm working on this book, and you seem like a great case study. I said, oh, you trying to monetize trauma here, huh? Oh, this a come up. Nah, that's a dub. And then, it's a process. It's like, again, therapists are human. Find your right human that works for you. But again, do not look for perfection, because a lot of people will say, oh, I don't like them, I'm going to get another one. That's not going to help you at the end of the day. And me on my road to getting a therapist, I prefer a particular type of person. I prefer a particular hard-edge, no-nonsense person. Another person might work for you, work different. Somebody that's softer, somebody that's nicer, but get what works for you. Let's take the steps to do that. But here's some solutions regarding pressure and stress that I found. Again, I gave you mental health solutions a second ago. I don't know why my screen is frozen. Okay, let me make sure it caught up. All right, good. Let me just share some solutions that I saw last night that helped me think.
With pressure, part one. First, let go of the expectations you feel from others and replace those expectations with small goals or objectives. Stop caring so much about what others think about your game. Number two, stop demanding that you're going to perform perfectly with no mistakes. Number three, make it a goal to have fun each and every day.
Let go of the timeline. Oftentimes we overestimate what we can get done in a year and underestimate what we can get done in 3. So if a short timeline is leaving you feeling pressured, give yourself a little more space. 2, celebrate the actions you're taking versus the results that you see. If you only measure your success by the results you produce, your joy is going to be really short-lived. So instead, acknowledge yourself for all your actions, your dedication, your commitment, and everything you're learning along the way. 3, offer yourself the same compassion you would offer a child. So instead of telling yourself critical or unkind thoughts like, you're so far behind, you'll never make it. Think about if you were looking at yourself as a little girl or a little boy, what would you say to them? And know that when you shower yourself with love, compassion, empathy, and grace, working towards your goals becomes a whole lot easier and a whole lot more fun.
As someone who's dealt with severe anxiety before, these are some of the things that I've picked up over the years on how to not get stressed so easily. Have an outlet. Something that has nothing to do with what's causing you stress. Usually that can be a hobby, or it could be like a favorite TV show. But if school's what's causing you stress, then try to find things outside of school that are going to be your outlet. That could be baking, that could be spending time with your dog, that could be going to Starbucks. Whatever it is, make sure that it's a healthy habit that you can actually commit to every once in a while. Having an efficient routine. A lot of stress comes when you feel like you're not in control. Having a routine feels like you have things in control and that you're getting things done. Next, sleep. Please make sure you're sleeping enough. If you need to adjust. Right now, I'm trying to adjust my sleeping schedule and it is not easy.
If you need to adjust. Real talk. The thing that hit me with that when I first saw it last night, the 2 things. Number 1, if you need to adjust. Number 2, when the other young lady said, be compassionate to yourself as you would a kid. And a lot of times I notice that, I'm talking about me, I ain't talking about you. Some people may do this. We are so hard on ourselves. And I said this a couple shows back. We are super hard on ourselves. We beat ourselves up with our expectations. And that could be from how we were raised. That can be from, where we are coming from, what's going on, how we thought about anything in our life. If you have to adjust. We are not robots. We are not computers. And we treat our mental health. We would take care of that $3,000 laptop, but we're not going to take care of our priceless life and our mental health in our priceless life and not make ourselves the priority. I've seen at times, I've treated my MacBook Pro with more respect than I've treated my mental health, because on MacBook Pro, when things were happening, I sent it to a technician to get it fixed. But when it Everybody hear me? Everything good? Everything legit? Sorry, just had a technical difficulty. Listen, I'm not going to let this message slide. I'm not going to act like everything's perfect. Technical difficulties, we're back. Let me repeat. We go through stress, and I hope everybody still hears me. I don't know what's going on with this connection, but we go through a particular degree of stress. And I want everybody to understand that we cannot shake it off at all times. This is real. Avoiding burnout is real. If you're burnt out, I share some mental health resources. Hey, find resources. Put in the comment. If you know of resources, mental health resources, and you see this video, put it in the comments for other people to see later. Because everybody's going through something. We're all struggling with something. You know what I'm saying? At a particular point in time, nobody's perfect. This is not something to be ashamed of. I work, with artists and producers and content creators. And I tell the content creators and people in media every week, And with us, it's like, oh, I don't want people to see me wounded like that. You know, it's just true. Because everything is brand image, brand this, brand that. I don't want people to see me looking crazy out there. I don't want people to see me, you know, at my low because they're going to have ammunition. Listen, if you ain't breathing, that should be your priority, to breathe, to live, to enjoy, to function, because stress literally is a silent killer. Stop sitting on bottled feelings. Treat yourself with the same compassion that you would treat a child. If you've seen a young person or your kid or your niece and nephew, let's say you saw your niece and your nephew, they are stressed. They look like they're not happy. They're not having fun anymore. Talk to your sister, your brother about their kids. I'm like, yo, you would treat them with a particular amount of respect. Like, yo, maybe we need, you know, Tiffany to see this, or maybe we need John to see this. You know, he doesn't look like himself. She doesn't look like herself. And if you got real friends in your life, they're going to tell you when you don't look like yourself. So I strongly stress and suggest that you need to take care of yourself. Let me run this clip that really helped me last night that I saw it, and it's so true.
So it's not selfish to put yourself first.
No, it's self-full.
It's self-full.
It's self-full to be first, to be as good as possible to you, to take care of you, to keep you whole and healthy. That doesn't mean that you disregard everything and everyone, but you want to come with your cup full. You know, my cup runneth over.
Yeah.
What comes out of the cup is for y'all. What's in the cup is mine.
Right.
But I got to keep my cup full. When you start sacrificing yourself for other people, you make them a thief, because they're stealing from you what you need and they don't even know it.
Facts.
Get back.
Facts. You got to be faithful over your mental health. Your self-care is your priority. If you need to take the day this for the rest of the 2 days of this week, if you need to take the week, take the week. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling stressed, I share some mental health resources. If somebody knows better mental health resources, please put it in the chat. If you need to take the day to relax, or need to take the whole week off of work and need to just get away to recharge, or you need to take the week and say, hey, I want to get some emergency, services in my state for mental health. I'm having a breakdown. There is help available. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh my God, you just do this, and you do this, and voila, everything is legit. No, it don't work like that. Life don't work like that. Title of this show today, it's okay to take the day avoiding burnout. Literally, I'm just going to recap what I shared so far. Avoiding burnout. Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It occurs when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, unable to meet constant demands. And the first question is, are you on the road to burnout? Really ask yourself a question. Listen, we are not perfect. We go through mad things. We got a lot of things that we stress in our life. There are good things, there are days, and there are bad days. And sometimes we might have a bad day, and that bad day and that bad feeling might last for months or even a year. Have you seen and noticed the difference within yourself? Have you seen and felt that there's a difference in your whole vibe? Maybe it's not extreme, but have you seen certain changes in your emotional health, and people have recognized it and suggested therapy? Please use the free therapy and resources in your state. There are resources in every state. I don't know them all, but I'm saying every .gov of your state, contact and find mental health resources. Use your insurance company. I'm going to run through the suggestions here as well that I posted up. Let me go through some suggestions. BetterHelp.com, an online resource. Lift Talk is an app. It's you connect, talk, and pay an app. OnlineTherapy.com is another resource. Use the internet and search engines such as Psychology Today, the APA, and With Therapy that offers lists of mental health providers by location and specialty. Ask another trusted professional. Ask your doctor. Call your doctor's office if you need to find mental health resources. Listen, I'm going to stress this again. We are not perfect. This is not a pretty subject. This is the Morning Motivation Show. But if you know of a friend who needs these mental health resources, share the information from this video. Or if you know you need somebody to see this and understand that everybody goes through it and we all have our off times, share the information here that can assist you. Let me go through another slide right quick. Check out your school's resources for mental health resources. Use your insurance company. If you have an insurance plan that offers mental health benefits, see if it does. Ask friends and family members for recommendations. I think it's the most important thing because that's what helped me relate, talking to people I trust and I know. Morning, Cortland. What's good? Big shout out. Cortland Law is in the house. But real talk, if you have If you're going through a burnout day and you're going through a burnout month, like literally ask friends and family members for recommendations of therapeutic locations. Listen, we all, again, I recap, we all deal with a monicum of stress. We are all professionals. We all work a job. We all do our thing, but we have off days. Don't let these off days of stress be something that you retain. Say, I'll shake it off. If you find yourself in a situation where the pressure is too much, you're walking around feeling like you're brokenhearted every day. This is an example. Everybody has a variety of symptoms. I am not a therapist, but if you feel like something is wrong, go get help. Real talk. And I just want to thank everybody for coming through the Morning Motivation Show. If anybody want to come through and join the show, I got my link right here. I would love to hit y'all up and to say what's up and good morning. If you don't, I totally understand. But I want to tell everybody, have fun. It's okay to take the day. If you feel like, but today's Wednesday, when I'm recording the video, not when you're seeing it. If you be like, I need to take Thursday and Friday, I need a 4-day weekend because I need to just like decompress. It's okay to take the day. Decompress. If you feel like you got to chill. Don't let your mind trick you into being, you're lazy, you sleeping in the day. And here's another thing. If you got a spouse or somebody that you live with, or even family members, and like, you lazy. No. If I got to recharge my iPhone and I got to recharge my laptop, maybe staying in bed and watching my favorite TV shows is a good way to recharge. Like the other young lady said in the video about resources, and I'll run that back in a second. She says, find an outlet. What do you do to help you have fun? Weirdly enough, me making beats or me in the studio or me creating content is an outlet for me. That's how I de-stress. You may call me a nerd. I'm a big book dude. When I tell you that my book wave is ridiculous, like I have to find an outlet to deal with stress. But when those outlets are really, if you feel like it's piling up, go get a therapist. Not because I said so, because again, if we physically hurt our bodies, we're going to the hospital to go to a professional. If you feel like you can't take it that much, please locate a professional. I'm finding a new therapist, not ashamed to say this, because as a content creator or anybody that's in a media-based field, where its brand is everything and everybody wants to, be perfect and there's all these things. Listen, if I feel like I'm going through a burnout, yesterday I had a stress attack, I'm finding help and assistance from a professional. But for everybody else watching, I really, really, really enjoyed everybody being here in the show today. Thank you again. The Morning Motivation shows happen every Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, 8 a.m. Eastern time. If you love my content, please hit up my link in bio, support my show, or hit me on Cash App at $KaleafWins. My show is here to have a great time, have fun. We talk about serious topics sometimes, talk about fun topics the other time, but this is just about getting your morning jolt of the day. And before I go, because I like these slides that I had before, we're going to go through this one more time, and I want everybody to be encouraged. Here's another run back of your quick pick-me-ups of the day. Hey. Here's your quick pick-me-up for the day again. I'm running this back because it deserves to get run back. You heard? Let's start it. Have a happy morning. Have a good day. Let's go. Here's your quick pick-me-up for today. Let's drop it. You don't realize how much you have neglected yourself until you make yourself a priority again. Spend time with people who are good for you and your mental health. Ain't that a bar? Don't give up, because one day you will tell your story of how you overcame what you went through, and it will be somebody else's survival guide. That's a fact. Never let your bad days trick you into thinking you have a bad life. That is a fact. Just because you're still growing doesn't mean that you don't have anything to offer as the person you are right now. Let me repeat that. Just because you are still growing doesn't mean you don't have anything to offer as the person you are right now. Stop trying to be perfect. We not perfect. Go as you are. Let's go. When you say yes to others, make sure you're not saying no to yourself. That's a fact. Nobody's got you like you got yourself. Protect your peace at all costs. Hey. Nobody's got you like you got yourself. Protect your peace at all costs. And on the days you don't know what to choose your mental health. That's a fact. There's so much peace in knowing that you will not miss out on what's meant for you. What God has for me. What the universe has for you. There's so much peace in knowing that you will not miss on what's meant for you. I'll add to that. Do what you gotta do. Keep it moving. What's up, Joe Neats? I see you. You know the vibes. Life is too short to force anything. Relationships, friendships, interests, or careers. That's a fact. And my favorite slide, let me go to there. Start now, start where you are. Start with fear, start with pain, start with doubt, start with what you have. Start and don't stop. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, everybody, for joining my show. Again, the Morning Motivation Show is Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, every 8 a.m. at Eastern Time. This is your quick pick-me-up of the day. Thank you so much for being here. If you love my content, please hit me up on Cash App, or this way, $ KaleafWins, or hit up the link in bio to say support my channel. I got a baby coming on the way. Let's pray for the health of my child. I got my baby registry and click link in bio. Please bless me. I hope this show bless you. Again, if you need therapeutic resources, if you need assistance, if you're having a bad day, like the title says, it's okay to take the day today. Take the day off of work. Take the day away from people. It's okay to take the day avoiding burnout. If you want to find more resources that I shared here, you can run back in the video. If somebody needs the information on finding a therapist or finding ways, to deal with stress and to deal with it as an outlet, please utilize that. Life is too short to live around feeling miserable and sad all the day. I've been there. I understand how it feels. I'm not perfect. So in my imperfection, I'm going to seek out a professional to help me address my mental health needs. Listen, this is nothing to be ashamed of. If you have a friend going through right now, don't lie to yourself by saying, oh my God, I don't want to affect our friendship by saying, I shouldn't do anything. I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do that. I don't want to make them mad at me. I would rather my friend be annoyed with me, or as we say in New York, super tight and angry and cuss me out by me saying, hey, maybe you should see a therapist. I'm noticing some things, then not say something and go to their funeral. I repeat, I would rather get on somebody I care about nerves so they can find mental health resources if I see a situation going on than me not say something and they deal with the stress on their own. A lot of times, depression is real. Depression is real. I'm sorry, people don't want to admit that. Depression is real. You are not weak because you're dealing with the symptoms. Recognize them. There's mental health resources. I shared it before on the show. Everybody, I want you to have a wonderful day. Enjoy. This is KaleafWins Morning Motivation Show. See you next week, Monday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for being here. Peace. And I'm out. And thank you, everybody in the comments, for coming to my show. Please share this if somebody else needs mental health resources. Peace. Have a great day. And guess what? You might have to take the week off just to relax and recharge. Ain't nothing wrong with that. No job is worth your mental health. Thanks again.